good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared, and God, I gotta get a pop filter because my fucking audio levels are spiking all over the fucking place. But again, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Jared, and today we're gonna be talking about something that's going to be a very serious conversation that we need to have with our ladies, and that is your career let's read. Is your career worth you being alone and single? Now what I'm gonna do is to prevent any of this to prevent any of these ladies from actually saying that I'm a misogynistic person, I'm going to play something from the Philip Scott show, and I want to have an honest conversation because I hear a lot of ladies talking about I don't need a man, I'm focusing on my career. But what we're going to be looking at is a guy reading off about a woman that divorced her husband and things didn't pan out like she thought. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, this is my screen being shared. Okay, so here we go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Philip Scott Show. My name is Danielle DeVita, and I am a proud contributor. So I have a video that I came across on Facebook. I'm not going to play the whole clip because it is quite long, but I do want to go ahead and talk about a few things from this clip. A lot of times we in society have heard for women that, you need to climb this corporate ladder, get your career, go do your thing. You can do it all. Have your hot girl summer, have this, have that. And we forego family, forego marriage, not realizing that we may not be able to get those things back. But a lot of times society is pressuring us to have this career. And I truly believe that it's a way to separate us from men, especially our men. They are pretty much devaluing marriage. Right, and this is why people are not seeing value in marriage, because they're the government is trying to devalue, working together as a family unit. And case in point, this video is going to be about a woman who valued her career over her man and possibility of family. So I'm going to go ahead and play that clip.
I didn't want to tell this story, but per her request, she wanted me to tell it. She had an amazing man who was building together in our 20s. He just wanted a child. He put me through school and helped me through school. And I told him, just let me get my bachelor's degree and get my footing, and we can start our family. Then it was, let me get my master's degree, and then we'll start our family. Kept putting it all. Let me get in this career. Let me get a certain place in my career, and then we'll start our family. And she said, Joe, I grind, man. And that man waited for me. He was a good man. Never cheated on me. Good provider. He wasn't a college man. He didn't ever go to college, but he was a good dude. A couple of years went by. He was like, okay, I want to have a child. She said, I don't want any kids right now. You got to make more money. You got to make this. You have to do this and do that. And he was like, I'm good where I'm at. So then she told him, you're not on my level. I want a divorce. I need a man on my level. She got a divorce. She went out there and had a hot girl summer. She said, girl was like, girl, go find your man on your level. He wasn't on your level. It's funny how your girlfriends will always co-sign your bad behavior. It's funny how your boys will always co-sign your bad behavior. They'll always steer you in the direction of destruction. I never trust people like that. But she went out there and did it anyway. She said, Joe, I was with this man, that girl, that man, I was doing me, I'm making six figures, I'm out here, I took the pill, the pink pill, you know the one. Just like men take the red pill, she took the pink pill. And she said one day she was feeling a certain way and she blew it off. She went to a routine mammogram and they found a lump. She had breast cancer. And it hit her. She said she was so much in shock that she thought she was still married. Because she was like, okay, I'm going to go home. My husband's going to do this. It didn't dawn on her until she walked into her home that she was alone. So she said the man she had at the time, she told him, he was like, babe, we're going to do this. We're going to beat this. So they started treatment. She said 2 treatments in, that joker was gone, Joe. He was like, I can't handle this. Said she started getting sick and, she getting weak and she couldn't do certain things. And I asked the question, I said, what happened to your girlfriends? Your girlfriend, she said, they fell off. It's funny how reality set in and all this stuff that people say in front of everybody, they don't do it. So she said, because I wasn't having mimosas and lunch and brunching on the weekends anymore. I was sleeping in the bed. I was in treatment. She said, I was so weak, Joe, I had to hire someone to put a bed in my living room to help me. I had a bucket to do my business in because I couldn't make it to the freaking toilet. He said, then I got the news that my ex-husband was getting married, had a baby on the way with a career woman.
So I sped up the video, just did little
Okay, we're back. So, let's talk about this like adults. Damn, that's loud as shit. Okay, so let's talk about this like adults. And, this is something that I really want to home in on. Ooh, excuse me. Ladies, when it comes to this specific situation that this woman was in, she was married, had a husband, was very, in her words, happy. She got motivated to follow in her path of her career, and she decided to get divorced from her husband because he wasn't, quote unquote, on her level. And what happened was she got aggravated and angry because he was, quote unquote, not on her level. Now, he kept asking her when we were going to have a child, when we're going to do this, when are we going to start that next chapter in our lives. And she was focused on, oh, let me get my degree, let me get my master's, let me get my career started, let me get to a certain path in my career. And then when she got to a certain level that she wanted to be at, you're not on my level, and she filed for divorce. Next thing you know, they're divorced. She's having a quote-unquote hot girl summer, like she said, like the guy said in the video. Had a hot girl summer, had as many partners as she wanted to, was hanging out with her friends. Her friends told her that you don't need a man, you're all this and that. Then, years down the line, she gets breast cancer and is down bad, and she was down bad, and she was going back home to her husband. Thought she was. Then when she got in the house, she realized that she didn't have anybody there with her. Heard about her ex-husband getting married and expecting his first child. And then she goes through out her life without anybody. Hurting bad. The guy that she was messing around with left her to fend for herself. After two radiation sessions, chemo sessions, he said, I can't do this. and left her out to dry. She had nobody there but herself. So this conversation is going to be something that's going to hit kind of a lot of women in the head with a lot of the supposed ideals they have, and that is your career worth you being alone at the end when all things are said and done? Now, disclaimer, I don't give a fuck what happens to any of you ladies. I'm not saying it as to be an asshole. I'm just saying I don't know any of you, so whether it happens to you or not, I don't care, because this doesn't affect me. But this is the truth. When all things are said and done, is your career going to be worth what you spent your time, effort, hard work, blood, sweat, and tears you put into it? Is your career going to be there at the end of the day when you're on the operating table or on the taking your last breaths? Is that going to be something? Is your career going to be there for you like family will? Is this whole mindset of, oh, I'm strong, independent, I don't need a man, is that going to be worth it? You saying that at the end when you're alone, dying, and nobody's there to take care of you, nobody's there to spend your last moments on earth with? Is that something that you can deal with? And this is an honest question, because I hear far too many ladies talking about, oh, I'm strong, independent, I don't need a man, I don't want kids, I don't want this. They just want to party until they're in their 40s, their 50s, their 60s, just partying. Have no family, no husband to take care of them when they're at their weakest, no children to leave behind to continue your legacy or your husband's legacy. Nothing, just alone. And the honest question here is this: is that really worth everything that a lot of you ladies are cracking it or saying it is? And another question: why do you hang around with women that are just as miserable as you, teaching you and preaching to you the same destructive attitudes and characteristics, and also lessons that is going to end you up in a situation that is going to have you on your deathbed crying because you're alone, nobody there to take care of you? Why is it that you ladies want to be around women that tell you destructive things, and then at the end of the day, when things don't go how you like it to go, you're angry? Far too many men are hearing this, I don't need a man, I don't want a family, I don't want this, I don't want that. Then they get into their late 30s, their 40s, their 50s, and have no children, just partying it up, and then thinking that, oh, I got all this money, I can just be comfortable with myself. And then you have situations like the video I just played, where this woman had breast cancer, and she thought that she was going home to her husband to comfort her, and she had nobody. Ladies, let me explain something to you. And this is something that you need to hear. You ladies can be easily replaced at your jobs. Let's be honest here. You can be replaced at your jobs with ChatGPT advancing every day. Your jobs are at risk. Let's get that first out the way. ChatGPT AI is taking over your jobs faster than you think. Your education means nothing now. Communications degrees, all this business management and pathology, all this bullshit doesn't matter. So don't get me wrong when I tell you that a lot of you ladies are going to end up hurting yourselves further because of AI. Then add to the fact that you ladies don't have any structure in your life from a man that's competent. So a lot of you are spending more than what you're making. So you're going to have no retirement. You have that going on. And then add on top of that, a lot of you ladies are insulting and running away the very type of men that you need to survive this up and coming financial collapse that is appearing on the edge of that we're teetering on. The U.S. has almost hit its $32 trillion debt ceiling. Now, what that means is these social programs like Section 8 and all these different things to help a lot of you out, that's going to go away. So they're going to cap the spending on the U.S. and the government. So you're going to be running into that. Then you're not going to have any men here to help provide and protect you from the intimate collapse that we're going to be experiencing very soon if this government doesn't get its spending under control and get this debt that we have down. We're on a break. We're on the precipice of a war with China and Russia. China is gearing up to take over Taiwan. Russia is still invading Ukraine, but they've also had a coup. So we're going to be preparing for the collapse of Russia, maybe. We're seeing all these different things happening over and over again, and you ladies are still on this path of I don't need a man, or I'm fine with being single. Let me explain what that means for the people out there that don't understand why I'm talking about China, the war with China and the collapse of Russia. The three biggest economies in the world are the U.S., China, and Russia. If we go to war with China, we get most of our goods from China. So that's a supply chain. That's a supply chain crippled. That's the supply chain being crippled, specifically through our war with China. Then you have to count in the global oil market that Russia has. You see it every day with the gas prices keep fluctuating in the U.S. You're seeing all of that. So when it comes to this issue that a lot of you ladies are not understanding, you're going to be at the bottom and nobody's going to be there to help protect you, to help cover your ass. There's reasons why men have been saying winter is coming. You're seeing it now. Housing prices have skyrocketed. The interest rate has skyrocketed to, I believe, is at 7% right now at the time of this video. interest rates are high. So your car payments, especially if you just got a new car, your car payments are higher. Your apartment leasing is higher. If you just bought a new house, your cost of your mortgage is a lot higher than it was 3, 4, 5 years ago, when it was at a 3% interest rate. Now we're at 7%. So you're paying roughly double what you will be paying for a house. And I believe, especially for black women, they're saying that black women are buying more houses than black men. But what I just said is, you're going to be screwed at the end of the day. Cars are getting repoed more because car payments are at $1,000 per car. Per month, I should say, actually. You are seeing a lot of shit hit the fan. And the thing that gets me the most is when you had men warning you about the pending issues and the pending problems that were coming down the pipeline. You thought that Kevin Samuels was trying to hurt you, specifically black women. You think that Kevin Samuels was trying to hurt you? No, he was warning you because he's seen the issues that were coming. I've seen issues that were coming. You have guys like MTR. You have guys like Dr. T.S. Johnson, BGS, Dennis Sperling. All of these men were warning you about the issues, about the pending issues that were going on. The market in the U.S. is collapsing faster than we think. Your careers are meaningless. All this technology that is going on nowadays is rapidly advancing to the point where your quote-unquote cushy lifestyle, your white-collar lifestyle, is being challenged. You have no skills that could potentially keep you from getting exited out of the job market. Blue collar work is always going to be a need for that. Plumbing, electrical, construction, all of those jobs are going to be there. Accounting, finance management, all that stuff, that could be easily taken over by AI. Especially with the rapid investment in AI and technology now in today's market. NVIDIA is releasing a new artificial intelligence chip, I believe, within the next few years. Right now, they had the Jetson, and I have a Jetson Nano Pro. A Jetson Nano. I actually got to fucking start tinkering around with, so I can actually develop my artificial intelligence programs. But that's neither here or there. But you're seeing all these different things come up because of technology. And what is that doing to a lot of ladies? That's leaving a lot of ladies out to pasture. Let's keep it a buck here. It's leaving a lot of you out to pasture because a lot of you don't have the skills to go into IT or to go into the jobs that are going to be critical for the running of infrastructure in this country. And then the downside to that too is you're wasting your youth and your time trying to pursue a career that is going to leave you nothing at the end of the day. See, when you hit 40 to 50 years old, these jobs are going to exit you out of going to walk you out the door like you never worked there before in your life. They're going to treat you as a trespasser and walk you in your office supply out of the door, quick, in a hurry. This isn't a game. If you're trying to laugh at it. This isn't a game. You ladies are doomed. That strong, independent mindset is going to leave you doomed. Now, let me also do this too. The OF economy, with the downside, with the economy becoming more expensive, there's going to be a downturn in people paying for extracurricular activities. People are going to be looking to save money and spare costs at any which way. So that's something you can't turn to. Plus, there's already a ton of women in that market. You would just be another dot on the wall. Now, outside of that, the best things that you ladies can do, and this is from a little brother standpoint, find the necessary skills that'll teach you that'll teach you something a lot better, so that you can find the necessary skills so that you can gain employment that'll lead you to be able to live comfortably, at least for the time being. I suggest you do that. Because you've run your potential suitors overseas. That's the truth. Believe it or not, like it or not, it's the truth. You've ran your suitors overseas to arms of other races of people because of your mindset and your mentality. Don't get mad at them, get mad at yourself, because men have been warning you for years, for decades in fact. Change your attitude, change your mindset, or else we're gone. Now you're seeing the consequences of that. They're leaving quicker than you can fucking change. Don't be mad at them, be mad at yourself. Sorry to say it, but it's the truth. This market is going to leave a lot of you stranded on the side of the street in one of those tent cities in LA, in Detroit, and Miami, in New York. I know we be joking around on this channel. Shout out to Hector. I know we be fucking joking around on this channel about that, but that's the honest truth. Look at LA. Most of the people that are homeless are women. If you do not have a skill that is a need in the market, you are going to be on the side of the street. You need to gain skills, and you need to gain this goes for men too. If you need to go out there and get acclimated with IT and different careers like that, and this goes for men too, like I said, you need to go out there and get into a field that is going to be a critical field to actually to be a critical field. That is essential to this country's upkeep. Sorry guys, my brother just texted me. And that's the truth. Men and women, check this out. You have to figure out a way to stay relevant, including build businesses that are in niche markets that not niche well yeah niche markets that you can tell that everybody needs. And what am I talking about here? Niche markets. Let's see. Do you know what company just hit $3 trillion in net worth? $3 trillion. Do you know what company just reached that? Apple. Apple is the number one company in the world. The first $3 trillion company. They're pretty much going to be a $4 trillion company pretty soon. If they play their cards right, they're going to be a $4 trillion company. Apple serves a market providing their own products. They carved out their own niche market away from Microsoft. Developed their own IT, own interface, own phones, their own computers. Nothing that Apple sells has Microsoft programs on it. It's compatible with Microsoft programs, but they use their own software, their own operating system, their own everything. How many people a day do you see carrying around an iPhone? Tons of people. They've created a brand on tech, on superior technology and superior customer service, and that's something that the black community can take, I would say, notes from, customer service wise, especially with black owned businesses. Create something or build something or just something. And I'm speaking directly to the black community. You need to create something that will put you into the forefront of developing something that everybody can use. Everybody that will flock to. Something that's going to be quote unquote trendy. But why the fuck am I talking about this? Nobody gonna listen to a black man on the internet just talking shit. But I do believe I'm right. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I will be doing a part 2 to this on Spotify. Let me know what you guys want to hear next. And also, I do need to talk about the Keke Palmer thing, but I'll probably do that tomorrow because it's Sunday, and we're gonna need to put a little Jesus on this. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe to the channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I'll see you guys on the flip side, and see you guys